Hello, everyone. My name is Richard Wilson, and over the next few minutes, I'm going to be presenting my research and findings for the branding brief on Japan Airlines. Starting with this quote from Wheeler. Basically, the reason why I went ahead and chose Japan Airlines is because I feel that it needs a more memorable look and a way to connect deeper with its customers. So to do that, I started my research by comparing Japan Airlines to about three other companies, Air China, Fiji Airways, and Vietnam Airlines. So let me go over what these share in common. First, all four companies believe in providing luxury and comfort to their guests. Each one draws upon a deep connection from their traditional values, incorporating it into their business practices. And each company does have a presence in social media. Now let me go over what makes each company unique. We'll start off with Air China. Air China is the premier airline for the Chinese nation. They were the official partners for the Beijing Olympics, and Air China is the only airline which provides special flight service to national leaders and foreign diplomats. As it stands right now, they service over 1,329 destinations in over 194 countries. Their logo is actually the perfect combination of the traditional and modern ideals. The letters VIP form the body of the mythical phoenix, which is said to bring good luck. The next airline is Vietnam Airlines. Of the four, they are the youngest, having been formed in the 1990s. Vietnam Airlines excels in safety, having won the IATA Operational Safety Credit, and they continue moving forward to their goal of being the leading regional airline by gaining a new fleet with Airbuses and the Boeing. For Vietnam Airways, their logo is comprised of the traditional golden lotus, and on the plane and in their website, we see that golden lotus is essentially floating in the sea of the blue background, connecting Vietnam Airlines to the world. Fiji Airways. What makes Fiji Airways unique is how it connects to their guests. Originally, they were Air Pacific. They went through basically a rebranding and decided to return to more of the cultural belief of Fiji. As we can see, they have a new logo. What that is actually called the Taveta, and it was created by the Maze artist Maraketa Mosi. And what this symbolizes is not just a return to cultural values, but essentially welcoming people to their home and extending that feeling of warm-heartedness. Okay, and now Japan Airlines. Okay. Basically, what makes Japan Airlines unique is that they focus on a unique sense of creating amazing technology with their airlines, incorporating with amenities and luxuries that other airlines don't necessarily provide. What we see in their logo is that JAL tries to combine the warm-hearted sense of the crane with the representation of the Japanese flag. As we can see, the crane is essentially in the shape of their sun. Okay, now I looked at the strengths and weaknesses of Japan Airlines. Kind of briefly going over this, basically Japan Airlines has a lot of internal strengths. They have a great philosophy which they provide through everything, and they also take that into their environmental responsibility, and they focus on clear communication. Part of the problem is there is a distinct disconnect between their look of the brand and their philosophy. Their words are a little too formal, they're not really relatable in the Western market, and they have nearly no presence on social media. They have a Twitter account, however, it is in Japanese. Some of their external opportunities is, again, they provide great flights to and from Japan. They are the top of the line airline in luxury for international and domestic flights, and they are quicker to adapt to new technology. Um, some external threats is technology can actually it does become affordable after time, so that's not really a competitive advantage that um, they have to stay on top of. Other airlines do have a more distinct and memorable look, and airlines could emerge into the niche markets for cheaper airfare. Okay, and so the purpose of this brief was to make Japan Airlines a little bit more memorable by tying their core philosophies with a look that matches and expanding their presence into social media. So they need to change the sustainability um, by how they appear in the Western markets. They need to change the language that they use and make it a little bit more relatable, not just to business or first class, but to also guests flying in economy. And they need to expand their target audience. So here are a few suggestions. The first is to see how companies like Nintendo, Toyota, and Sony Entertainment kind of connect to the Western audience. Each one has products and services over in the European nations and also in America, and we need to understand how they approach those different markets. They need to create a memorable and harmonized look, basically tying together the tradition with modern day luxuries. Part of this will be to create a brand new logo and also to create a new design on the base of the plane. They need a social media presence. So creating a Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter account that is all in English. Okay. Following this outline, I feel that the Japanese airline will be able to see an increase in their guests, have a strong presence in the media through a means which is cost effective, and a unique, easily definable look. Thank you very much for your time.